On tonight's 7 UpFront segment, we're taking a closer look at how the pandemic is impacting families in our state. One of the nonpartisan organizations that's helping to make a difference through policy change in our state is the Michigan League for Public Policy. Joining me now is the CEO of that organization, Gilda Jacobs, who is also a former state legislator. Ms. Jacobs, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for inviting me. Appreciate it.
Let's begin with what the organization is doing to help minority families, those with lower incomes during this pandemic. We know the disparities that exist, and for instance, the African American community impacted more significantly by COVID-19.
Right. So we're a policy organization, and all of our work is done through a racial equity lens. So as we talk about policy and systems change and new legislation, we try to shine a light to show how Black and Brown members of our community are affected by the pandemic, by policy change. And then we lift that information up, or we try to show the legislature the data, because we believe that data, as well as personal stories, need to affect public policy change.
And then it's a matter of reaching those individuals who are in the position you once were in the legislature, elected to serve the people, to try to move them, right, to enact some of these changes that you believe will help people.
Right. And I think what happened with the pandemic really shined a light on the shredding over the last number of years of our safety net system. And a lot of it was very deliberate, quite honestly, over a period of years. And then all of a sudden, when you have the economic crisis that we have right now, you have the health crisis that we have right now, everybody hopefully wakes up to say, wait, what we have in place to help people really isn't adequate. It's really not enough. So one of the things that we are looking at is not only just the short-term fixes, which are enormous and have to be done, but what are the long-term fixes that we need to make as a state? What are the systematic changes that we need to make so that, God forbid, there's another crisis, we're going to be more prepared?
Well, the racial disparity, the economic, the inequities there, but also mental health, for instance. So many
Yes.
people impacted in so many ways as a result of this pandemic, which is no one's fault. It's just here.
Right. In fact, none of this is anybody's fault. When you think of the services and the needs that need to be met because of this. And you're right, the mental health crisis is terrible. We have more suicides. We have more people that are overdosing on drugs. There's more alcohol and drug abuse. There's more domestic violence. Those are really significant problems. In fact, there was just an article I read today that the number of homicides were up in Detroit, and it's clearly attributable to people are stuck together, in their homes, and tempers flare, and you can't get out of your home, and bad things happen when you have unnatural situations like we have right now.
Well, I'm glad we could bring some light to the work that is being done by your organization. Keep at it, and we'll check back with you soon as well. Thank you, Gilda. Gilda Jacobs, Bye-bye. CEO of the Policy League here in Michigan. Glenda?
All right.